Coxs River self-teaching whitewater kayaking mission 2022. There's an abandoned house that I liked, and obviously that's a fireplace that they built a long time ago. Oh look, looks like it's only half there. Oh look, picturesque. And there's where I'm going. I'm going off the Coxs River is on the other side of that distant sort of mountain. Where I have to go is I have to drop down through this creek on the right and then follow this creek all the way around there, and then I will hit the Coxs River, which is on the other side of that. Here's a map of it. See? Got to do that. Here's another picture of a mountaintop. This is the track. This is the least overgrown part of the track. The track was horrendously overgrown, full of great things like stinging nettle and just a real load of fun to get down. This is Carlon's Creek, dropping in by Carlon's Creek track, and then meeting up with Breakfast Creek. And then Breakfast Creek will take us all the way. Here's a little clearing I found. Wow. Here's some water moving down. This is still Carlon's Creek, I believe. And then look, that's the water going around a rock, and then it's another rock. It's very pretty. It's walking along, something to do. The creek's getting a little bit more water in it as I get downstream. Little bits of water getting added everywhere as we go along. Obviously I'm filming this on my iPhone, so once I do get to kayaking, I won't be filming so much. This creek was very hard to find the trail. It was very, very overgrown. Did come across some nice snakes, and that was pretty cool. Oh, there's some pretty maidenhair's fern. Took that for the M. There you go, M. Oh, look at that. Spooky. Spooky trunk in the middle of the creek there. Very spooky. Oh, water. This is me standing in the water. It's just mid-crossing the creek. Just thought I'd stand there. Look at that. 3 layers of depth. Look at that perspective. Amazing. Oh, there's my pack that I just hiked in with. That was a 5-hour hike. Probably shouldn't be, but it was just so overgrown. So, oh look, pack explosion. That's everything on the ground out of the pack. Well, not everything, obviously. Most of the stuff is still packed in the straw bags. And that's it. That's the Coxs River. Oh, and that's the raft. Made it. It's about to get real. No, it's going to be good. That was a hell of a hike in. Good Lord. That was like 5 hours of trudging through rivers and stuff, and that was intense. Oh well. And here we are, this is the Coxs River. Okay, it's a little bit more than the creeks, actually a little bit more than I bargained for. When you're going to learn about white water, this is probably not the place to start, especially when you're alone in the bush. No helmet. I did have a little life vest, so that was good. Safety first. Those standing weights don't look nearly as impressive as they did when I was there. They were, I swear to God, they were huge, but now they just look like, I don't know, it just looks like a little bath really. It's just like a spa. But at the time, when I went over this thing and bounced my way down through the center, I was quite happy to survive that. I know, I could have ended up on that stick. Look at that horrible stick there. Could have easily ended up on that. I could have ended up sucked into that hot mess on the left side there. Look at that. That's me. I just pulled up in some scungy lagoon off to the side of this. This is the next rapid I came across, and I was like, oh God, what do I do with this one? That looks like a bloody little hot foamy mess in there. I don't want to end up in that. I only checked out 2 rapids in advance, and one I just totally screwed up and got strained into a tree. And there is the lagoon on the left where I'm parked, and I could have just portaged around it. There's trusty packraft. That pack, by the way, was so bloated. I took way too much gear, and it was so heavy and made the raft so much more difficult to handle in rapids. But well, you know, you got to learn. And there's the rapid that I went back, and there's the hot mess that I didn't want to end up in. I'm pretty sure I would have bobbed around there. I only got flipped off the raft one time during this whole rafting trip, so that was pretty good. That's me looking down on it. The ground is actually a lot further away than it looks, with the ground being the water. Nearly portaged around this one because I thought I should portage one thing just to prove that I will portage around things, but in the end I went back and did it. Anyway, this is a rafting trip. Sort of went down there a bit, and that was good. That's what I did. Time to hike out. This is walking out. The climb out's like 700-meter climb in elevation in the first, I don't know, 4 kilometers, it feels like. That took me hours because the pack was like 21.5 kilos. That's the Cowabung River coming in to join the Coxs. I'm starting to think that that's a viable river too to raft down when it's got a bit of water in it. And there's a wallaby? No, wombat. That's right. Kayak River self-taught whitewater paddling 2021 to 2022, whenever.